Welcome to the Crimson Room or something like that.
Ara. Welcome to the Crimson Room, sweetie.
Welcome to the Crimson Room. Please take a seat.
No need to be nervous. The Crimson Room welcomes you.
Oh, welcome to the Crimson Room. You look so sweet.
Welcome to the Crimson Room. Enjoy your stay.
Hi. Welcome to the Crimson Room. Have a seat, please.
Welcome to the Crimson Room, darling.
Yara Daza. Welcome to the Crimson Room.
Oh, hello there. My master has been expecting you. Please, come this way and enjoy your time in the Crimson Room.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? It is I, your sadistic spirit guide, Yokai Papiwolf, and we are joined by...
Eros. Me.
Welcome, Eros. I appreciate you for coming on the show, and I am pleased to make your acquaintance.
Thank you, Boogie. That's so nice of you.
You're good. How's your day going? It's Friday, correct? Yeah. How's Friday going for you?
It's good. I mean, I did like a deliver, and that was it.
Oh, really?
Studied. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So I know you were working. Oh my God, I'm peeking my mic. I was like, I know you're working on commissions right now, so I'm not like trying to destroy by asking too many questions.
No, you're okay. I'm not really drawing right now.
Okay. I kind of wanted to get into this because interestingly, I think it's funny how I came across you because I think I doom scroll a lot, and sometimes they'll show people like who have commented or like people who reposted and stuff, and I had seen, I was like, oh, I know this guy, that's V. I was like, what did he repost or what did he like? And I see that it's one of your TikToks, and I was like, oh, is this a friend? Is this like a fellow like person that knows them? And then
yeah, he knows me too much.
But it was cute. I thought it was funny because I was like, oh, small world. Like, I don't know people who know other people sometimes, I never think I'm going to run into somebody who knows somebody that I know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. I thought that was fun. Like, I was like, oh, yeah. And then, of course, when you saw the uploaded clips of our interview, you were like, wait, you know him too? And I was like, yeah.
I know. I'm not trying to curse. I don't know how Twitch is. If they're gonna ban somebody, I don't know.
You're good. But I would like. You want to introduce yourself a little bit? Like, tell us a little bit about you. Like, because I only know that you are technically an artist, and like, I've seen like a lot of your work, and I was like, whoa, that's rad. That's a cool art style.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna introduce myself to all of you lovelies. And if Val sees this, I hate you. Not really. Okay. I'm Eros, and I am a PNG tuber, VTuber, and stuff, and I do art. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I just draw and live life.
I love this little section because I like how some people will either like go off and be like, yeah, I do this, and that. And there's people who are like, I do things sometimes, I guess.
But I also like, I just draw and I just watch YouTube. That's it.
I mean, hey, that's pretty easy going life. I fuck with that. That's usually. I mean, I don't draw. I can't draw for shit. But I definitely watch a lot of YouTube.
Okay, good job.
I'm a YouTube guy. I'm like, all right, let me put something on. Even when I'm at work, I have to put something on, so I can technically work.
Yeah.
I need like the auditory stimulus. I need auditory. Yeah. I did want to ask you something because you did say something earlier, and I hear it in your like you kind of have an accent, and I wanted to ask like, what is the accent from?
I am from Albania, so it's in Europe. And I don't know. I've been told I don't have an accent, but damn.
Yeah, to me, you have like a I don't hear it all. I mean, I know what Albania sounds like, but you do definitely have like a Spanish speaking accent. That's why I was like,
Oh. Oh, okay. It's different because I'm from like the city side, and the city side has more like a very clear tone, and the mountainside is more like a very heavy tone. So yeah, some people do tell me I look mixed. I'm like, no, I'm just white.
really?
Okay.
Oh,
You got too?
I just so I don't know. Like, look, man, I'm like sometimes white passing if I don't get like burned in the sun. So like I thought. So my mom, she's a so she's very like she looks like she is white. She has like long brown hair. She's kind of short. Like a lot of people wouldn't think that she's Latina. So that's why I'm like, oh, maybe like I don't want to. I was like, oh, maybe you're a what? Like I don't know. That's why I was like trying to pinpoint the accent, and then I was like, wait, do you like?
Yeah.
Are you like Spanish? You speak Spanish?
No. Oh boy. When Val sees this, he's gonna start laughing. Or Kieran as well.
Do you speak
Okay,
Spanish?
that will. No, I don't. I've taken Spanish classes, but I don't.
You could have fooled me. I dead ass was like, oh yeah, this person speaks Spanish, I bet, or like.
Maybe I'll start learning Spanish. Maybe I'll start doing that. Take it advantage.
I feel fooled.
Maybe one.
I feel slightly fooled. I was like, yeah, this person definitely speaks Spanish. Come on, like, don't. I gaslit myself, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna have a laugh at that. They're gonna be like, Eros is a white boy.
They're gonna be like, yeah, this white boy don't speak Spanish. And I was like, I don't know. I grew up in a neighborhood where, hell, even like my black homies that they didn't have any like Latino in them spoke Spanish.
Yeah, people can speak whatever they want.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm probably gonna judge them like, oh, they're white, so they can't speak Spanish. And here I am like,
Wow.
oh, wait, it's kind of true. Oh, okay, my bad. I'm here giving like, yeah, but you're a Spanish speaker. You're probably from what? Like, I was gonna guess you were like from like, Colombia or something. I was like, are you from like Colombia? Is that like where your family's from?
People have said I look mixed. Like I look maybe like, Cuban or something. I don't know. I forgot. But I'm just laughing. I think it's because the way that my hair is. Because sometimes my hair likes to be curly. Sometimes it doesn't.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe because I think a lot of people kind of like forget like there are more than just brown people who speak Spanish in like areas that like they're Spanish speaking countries. Like not everyone looks technically Mexican. Like in Colombia, you're either like very white or you can either be like you can look
from
black.
Europe. I'm way too wet.
I mean, the Spaniards are from Europe technically. That's where some people get their white from.
I mean, I've been told that I look mixed, like, mixed with, like, what is it called? Russian or Italian.
I could see Italian. Like, my wife is Italian, and, like, she has, like, the very wavy hair, and, she has what I call, like, the she has, like, a very strong presence and strong features. Like, if I definitely I can see Italian.
I think it's because also Albania was like a place where it's like it was like together and then it's separated because the king was like
interesting. The more you know. But so what inspired the concept of Eros? Like, because I see like your PNG model. I'm like, oh, it's a bunny. Like, that's cool. I love it. Like, what inspired that like idea? Was it just an OC that you?
name or
Well, let's go both because I want to know the both for like the name and then like the OC.
oh, well, the name is because I like Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was little, I used to watch these like animations of this person just like talking about the Greek mythology, like gods and stuff. And I was like, oh. But at first, I was like, I saw a lot of VTubers. I saw like a lot of Vox, and then a lot of like the VTubing like E and something, like with Mista, and then with like very famous VTubers, like even Iron Mouse, and then I was like an artist at first, and then I will say this, I did see Val, and I was like, no, one of my friends was a VTuber, and that inspired me. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to show my face. I don't have to show nothing like that. I can just make a character up and then bam. And then I guess that's why I wanted to become one, because it looked fun, and it does look fun, and also it just you know artist as well. So I'm like, why not make it? But the name, I was looking at any kind of name, and I was like, this might be boring and stuff. And it's like Bunny has like been, because I'm like, I like bunny. But I started with Eros because I'm like, wait a minute, this god right here, his name is Eros. He doesn't look masculine. He looks feminine. He's a male. I'll do that. And basically, I also just wanted to become like, also because the reason why I do my art for my model is like a PNG is because I was looking at first, like, oh, I'm an artist. I can have a 3D model. And then I looked how to make it, and I'm like, no. I'm not gonna do that. And also, my computer cannot keep up with some stuff. So I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah, that was the whole concept. I was like, I got way too lazy, and I'm just a PNG tuber. And when I get older and I move out of this house, maybe I grab an actual PC. I can actually start making a model. But I also wanted to be an artist as well, is because I want to work in the future for like VTubers, and also people that do like ASMRs and covers and stuff like that. Like, that's what I want to do. I'm like, I want to work with VTubers, make like art for them and stuff.
That's fucking rad. Like, I think that's fucking cool. I like that. Like, you find somebody who's like doing it, and you're like, dude, awesome. I want to do that. I want to like dip my toes into it. And I think that's the kind of beauty of VTubing, is you really can just, I don't want to ever discredit somebody, say do the bare minimum, but I can say you can start very easily and kind of work your way up to it. I think that's what a lot of people enjoy about VTubing, is you don't need to be shelling out $5,000 for a model and a rigger to make you this ultimate one. I mean, you could if you have the money. If it doesn't bother you, that's fine. But like, I think when you start off base level, when you just kind of just start off and you do something very simple and you work your way to like the more extravagant things, I think it works out way better, because then you have more time to decide, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Am I like, is this like, will I ever miss the money I put into this, or is it just a hobby? Like, I think when you do that kind of level of, entry into it, you can never really miss at all. And I think that's fucking awesome. I really enjoy that. And I awesome that you joined the cult as well, the VTuber cult. I also was big into, I was big into Greek mythology too. Like, we used to have this book. It was like Daguerreans. Like, it was like it broke down Greek myths, but in a very like simplistic format. It wasn't overly grotesque, but it wasn't it was like child friendly, but it didn't dumb it down for being a child's book. So like it explained everything. Like it explained all the animals that Zeus turned into to bang women, which is still a very, very concerning thing about Greek mythology and their paintings. But I was always a Hermes guy. I loved Hermes. Hermes is like my favorite god.
Hermes.
I can't explain why.
No, Hermes is fun. I keep getting Hermes stuff on my TikTok, and it's funny.
Hermes is my favorite, but
sorry.
No, you're good. I was trying to think like something random. I was like, I know Hermes is my favorite, but a lot of people always. I was born in January, so a lot of people are like, oh, like Pan, you must be like the sea goat, and I'm like, nah, I'm definitely not like Pan.
For me, okay, if Al sees this, he's gonna call me the gay. But it's funny because I feel like okay, because I saw my friend doing it. At first I was like, oh, I want to do it, and then I was like, I don't really want to do it. It's way too much work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, it's too much work. But I don't stream a lot because it's like my house kind of is like, I always get called downstairs, so I'm like, you know what? When I go on a huge break, I'll start streaming, which I haven't done that because also I started like working, so I'm like, I don't have time. So I'll just be an artist for people, but still like a PNG tuber because I have joined my friends in like a whole group chat, and he has gone live every single time. So I was like, I'll just collab with people. I don't have to stream. They can do the work. I don't have to do the work. But it was when I became a huge fan towards Val, and me and him had been friends for like a year, and I was like, you know what? This is fun. I'm gonna be a PNG tuber, and then he inspired me actually. So if you see this, Val, love you.
His ego right now is fucking just popping out of him right now. It's so noticeable. I guarantee he's just gonna be, yes, glaze me more. Keep glazing me. Pause. Wait, hold on. Wait, that sounded. He's gonna be like, what about glazing me, buddy?
No, he's gonna message me. He's gonna be like, Eros? What? I'm like, oh, hi. But yeah, no, it's I feel like doing VTubing and also just doing art for people is fun.
How'd you come across them? I'm curious because I always find it funny, like when I'm like, oh yeah, I've known him for a minute, and then like I look back on, and I'm like, actually it's been like 2-3 years now. I'm like, time flies.
Yeah, it does. I got nervous. My mom just walked in.
You're good. No.
Yeah.
But like how'd you guys meet? Were you strictly just like somebody who stumbled upon his streams, or like, oh, this guy's rad?
No. Okay, I don't. Okay, my fault is this. I don't watch people's streams. I usually watch maybe YouTube of them, so that's how I become a fan. Because usually it's like, it's political, but it's like I usually look if I'm a fan of this type of content or if I'm not. If it's boring, sometimes streaming is boring, and sometimes my mind cannot comprehend streaming.
Yeah.
Because I get distracted very easily. So I'm like, But no, there was this artist, which it's like I'm not naming them, but there was this artist that I stumbled upon with his model.
Oh.
And it was a circus type of thing, and I'm like, oh, that looks dope, and I'm a fan of him. I still have the first fan art that I did for him. It was like a cat, and I still kept it that's how I stumbled upon him. And then we met in one person server, and basically we just started to like hit it off as friends. I'm like, we're besties. We're locked in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Oh. That's awesome. Was it his his ringmaster, right? That's what they're called, the person who leads the circus. The ringmaster outfit.
Oh yes, I loved it. I was like, oh, my God. I like his model. his model of like, oh, that looks hot. I'm following.
Yeah, like I think it's funny because I just knew of him. That's how we like became like mutual like friends. Like we just hung out in like the same groups, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy," and I was like, "This is the guy," and they're like, "This is the guy," and I was like, "All right, let me." I was, I have my own big head on my fucking shoulders, and I'm like, "All right, let me see if he's really the guy." And he was.
He's very nice.
And he was.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Yeah. It was like that scene. I don't know if you ever watched Spy Kids 3 when they're like, he's not the guy, I'm the guy. And then the guy dies. I was like this is him. Like, like this is the real guy, not the one who just says that the guy. But no, dude, he's such a fucking rad dude. Sweetest dude ever. I don't know, a lot of people always get this idea like he's like mean or cliquey.
Oh, okay. He is mean, but he's a type of mean where he's mean to me, but with love. But however, he also is like, he doesn't really like, people say that, oh, he's mean. It's because I feel like if he's mean to you and it's just actually him being mean, it's because maybe you did something, but usually he's mean to me, but in a fun way. And always those VCs, he bullies me, so yeah.
Yeah, he's much more of like a teasing personality. He's much more of like a
boy.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess teasing would be the best.
He does tease, and I hate him for it.
Yeah, I can't. There's a word for it, but I can't think of it. My dictionary brain ain't working. But that's definitely what he is. I think like he's definitely like, if you're on the wrong side of him, there has to be a reason. Like it's never just like he doesn't not like people just for them existing. But then, but if he gets a weird vibe from you, that's definitely my like cue to be like, so you're picking up something. You're whiffing a little bad mist, a little miasma. Like I gotta like kind of like look into this then, because most of the time, like the people that have not, I don't want to say try to come after him, but like the people who have ever tried to like come at him have always had a little skeleton in the closet. You know, like they have some demons that they're basically trying to like hide, and he's the first one to be like, nah, dude, I know all this shit. Like I already, here's the receipts. And then they get exposed.
He does have receipts. Ooh, I remember the whole drama. Oh my god. And I'm at first we're like, he's not good. And then I'm like, no, he is. Because my gut feeling was like, nah, he's good. Don't worry. But yeah, no, ooh. I'm not even, like, I made him cry because I put like a thank you voice message at him. He was crying. But another person that also, it's like for me to draw a lot was of Karen, and I'm gonna say this, Karen's art is way too good.
Karen's talented, dude.
Karen is fucking talented. Holy shit. I kind of like, when I gain more money, I'm probably gonna ask them for art.
I want him to fucking do a cover already. I'm like, dude, you gotta do music, bro. I'm waiting for you guys to release the track, release the records, bro. Them covers, come on.
Yeah, no, they're fun though. That's why I started like doing art. Yeah,
definitely. They have. I'll say this, like they're never boring, and I think that's like a great like sentiment I could say about like all of them. Like whether it's it's just V or it's Kieran or everybody else that's in his group. Like I'm including you. You guys are not boring. You guys are all very entertaining. Like I think is like
I'm not.
You guys are all entertaining. Like I'll put it this way. I feel like a fan who gets to peek behind the curtains for like a lot of different people. And it is very fun to peek behind your guys' curtain and see how you all interact with each other and how all you have fun. It's very much like it's like when you go to somebody's house for dinner and you see how their family is and you're like, wow, you guys are like interesting. Like this is such a a different dynamic, and that's really how I feel when I go to when I hang out, not hang out with you guys, but when I do pop in to the servers or the streams. I'm like, dang, you guys are just like this fun group. This is rad. This is like this is like hanging out with like the theater kids in high school again, and like just like sitting on the stage or sitting on the floor with them and playing the games that they play. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm open minded. I'm gonna do the zip zap zops.
Yeah, I'm just in the corner just drawing. I was like, hi. Thank you.
But continuing on the questioning, because I don't want us to get off on tangents. I feel bad when
I was like, wait, getting off on track.
I feel bad when I do tangents because I know people are like expecting the question, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not a question. I gotta think now, and I'm like, oh my bad. But we kind of already talked about like why you wanted to be VTuber and like what you're going for. But I did want to ask you this because you are very, like people get two different versions of you. Like there's Eros on social media and on Twitch and all that, who's, the bunny, but on other apps that may or may not get banned eventually, you are very like, you don't hide behind the OC. Like you're very much like out and proud. You're like that one guy, Spartacus. But you're out and about, and I was like, wow, he really is like just like, I thought you were like a face cam streamer already, and then when you had told me like no, that's only for that, and I was like, really?
No, okay, so the thing is that on TikTok I do show my face, but it's most likely I just put it to friends only.
I see.
Because on my old TikTok, I used to do thirst traps.
No shame in your game. You're good. You're good, bro. You're good.
I put it. It's like in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. My sister calls me. She starts being like, "What the hell are you posting?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And it's like, "What are you posting? Why are you posting that stuff on TikTok?" It's like you like acting all like this and this and this. You want attention. And I start panicking. I was like, I'll delete it. Don't worry.
Oh my god, that's what having family on your social media does. They just want to like police you and dictate you.
No, I straight up was like, you know what? And then I basically was my sister is like, oh, delete TikTok and stuff like that because it's like, what if people see you and stuff, and you're also gonna teach kids in the future. What if they see you doing this? I'm like, you're right. So I created another account. It was like after all this had happened, my sister like, I don't think she forgot about it, but I just created another account. So I'm like, every single face stuff I just put to friends only, and only art I just straight up like post for everybody. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not trying to have this again. And also I blocked her from TikTok and my mom too. I was like, no, I don't want to do that, and I'm not trying to have her on Twitter. On Twitter, I don't post my face ever.
That's smart.
I post, I will say that. But on TikTok, only my friends, and on Snapchat, I unfriended her on Snapchat, and my mom.
Damn.
And my aunt. I was like, no.
See, I think that's funny, because like, that's like your siblings' response to your TikToks. My responses that I get from TikTok from my family is, for my mom, it's videos about like chubby babies, like fat kids that are babies, and like the funny stuff they do, and she always goes, mira, it's you. I'm like, what? The baby, he dances and he's naked, that's you. And I'm like, I'm not, you know I'm almost 30, right? And she's like, I know, but you're still a baby. And I was like,
no,
I was like,
do that, to be honest.
And then my sister just sends me posts of like, have you ever seen Schitt's Creek, the show?
No.
Well, there's a character played by Dan Levy, and he's like this outwardly like very like gay character, but he's sassy. And his sister, like, there's a scene where like his sister's like, "Hey, I'm looking for my yogurt that I was gonna eat after I'm done run," and he's eating the yogurt. He goes, "Oh my god, This is the yogurt I
Daisy
eat
Rose. Oh,
while
I
you're
love
running.
Oh my god. No, I love that actor. He's funny.
But that's what my sister says. This is you and me. I'm like, no, it's not. She goes, yes, you fucking eat everything.
Wait,
Like,
what happened with the yogurt?
yeah, like he was eating her yogurt, and she's like, wait, is that the yogurt I eat after? Like I say for myself after I run. He goes, no, this is the yogurt I eat when you go running, because he doesn't want to give her the yogurt.
It's funny.
And he's like, I'm gonna go out and just self-loathe. Do you want to come with? And she's like, I'm in my pajamas. He goes, then you're already ready. Come on. And she's like, this is you and me. And I was like, ugh, gotta guess.
Oh my god, that's like me and my sister as well.
Those are the
It's
TikToks I
usually
get.
just like about people like siblings just like stealing each other's stuff, and it's just like oh my sibling just like going to my bag and just doing a haul, and she's like, "This is you," and I'm like,
I think it's just funny for me. Like my dynamic with my own siblings is, since I'm the oldest, a lot of people like outwardly would think I'm the oldest, and a lot of people think I'm the responsible one. I am not. I'm the whole, like I would say I'm the fun one. My younger sister Sasha, she's the responsible one. We could pass as twins when we were younger, because she wasn't tall for her age, but she was like very like outgoing and very mature, and she has like long curly hair, and at the time I had very long and curly hair, so people would think, oh, you guys like fraternal twins, and we're like, I guess we both have like a look to us. You could tell we're siblings. And then it's my younger sister Natalie. She's the genius. She's the one that goes to college. She's the smart one. And then there's my little brother, who might be on the spectrum. He's very intuitive about lots of things. Loves horror movies. Can tell you everything about Spider-Man. Like everything. Like he just lives on information. And then there's the baby, which is my youngest sister, Ella, and she's got a lot of personality for a 3-year-old. I'll say that. Yeah, I have a huge family, dude. It's fucking rad. But each and every one of them sends me like a different TikTok, and it's just all different things for like either talking crap about me or them trying to tell me they love me. It's an interesting life, I'll say that.
yeah, that's funny.
Is it just you and your sister, or do you have like older?
Oh no, I live I live with like my mom, my dad, and my older sister. I only have one older sister, but with cousins, they're siblings. So
I forgot what language it is. I think it is Japanese, where like the kanji for like brother and sister is there's no. I don't think cousin is a thing. I think cousin gets translated sometimes to brother and sister as well.
no, yeah, it's like for me, it's like my like if I feel like somebody's family, like they're like my family. But yeah, I only have like an older sister and just like a mom and dad. That's it.
I mean, that's fine. That's perfect. That's a nice knit, like a very tight knit family. I was gonna say nice fit. That sounds weird. A tight knit family.
Yeah, I also wish it's like I wonder how it would be if I had older siblings though. Like if I had other siblings.
Would you want like a brother or sister if you had older or younger?
Listen, I always wanted like an older brother, but then to be honest, like my cousins from like America, he acts like an older brother, to be honest. And I have like 2 younger male cousins as well, and they feel like little siblings. So to be honest, I feel like my cousins are like my whole siblings.
Nice.
I get way too bullied. That's it.
I'll count that. Like that works out too, especially if you guys are always talking and hanging out sometimes. Like I'll count that.
Yeah.
So with going back, because we went off a tangent, I knew it was going to happen. ADHD brain does it to me all the time.
Don't worry, I'll tell you. It's like, let's get back.
But because you say, like I said, you don't mind. You're always like friends can always see your face. Everything else is like
Yeah.
no bueno. Would you ever make that switch though? If like let's say 5 years from now of streaming, you've enjoyed being a PNG model, you have a live 2D model. Would that be like the next evolution? Is just face cam streaming, or is that always going to be a no?
I want to do hand cam streaming. I do not want my face to be out at all. But hand cam streaming isn't that bad. But how are people gonna know who I am?
That's
I
true.
just like have my hand on there.
That's a smart way of doing it too, because it technically is like flesh streaming. It's just you're not showing your face.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can do those like those hand streams that people like a lot. Wait,
When they build like Gundams, or like they do paintings, or they're doing drawings.
oh my god. Yes, I want to do that. Or if I'm just playing a video game and I just start slamming my hand on the keyboard. Because I talk a lot with my hands, so people who know even my personality is like that.
I get you, very gesticulative. I can see that.
Yeah. But I will never do face streaming, never. Cause I feel like I feel like if my face gets outed, it's like I don't want my mom to know what I do. I don't want anybody in my family to know what to do. I don't really care if my older cousin that he lives here like knows that I do streaming. I don't care, to be honest, because I know that he's not gonna say anything. But yeah, no, it's just like I'm scared that it's like they're gonna find out something and then I'm gonna get in trouble even more. It's just like stay with the PNG model. You know, it's better than you know, who wouldn't love being like a character or like a drawing that they want to be like a badass character instead?
Yeah, then I think a lot of people, like I still think a lot of people who do any type of like internet work, like whether it's just doing art or like streaming, and that gets like the bad end of the stick of like that's not a real job, or like why are you doing that? You're gonna get yourself in horrible situations, and it's like everything you do can technically get you put in horrible situations. This is just something fun for me to do and hang out and do. But I do get the parent concern. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So you kind of already touched on this next question, because you did say like your eventual. Sorry if you hear the dog. He's being a little grumpy boy.
No, you're okay.
You did say that your overall goal is to become like an artist for VTubers. I did want to ask this because I know like it is popular to kind of do this. Are you ever gonna just want to be exclusively like someone's artist creator, or do you like having this like inclusivity where like no, everyone can like I can be everyone's artist. I'm not just one person.
Yeah.
Like, no one can buy me.
I mean, I can be anyone's artist, but I probably won't be someone's artist if it's like, if like the thing that I'm drawing for them is a little bit way too hard. Like if they want like way too much, meaning that it's like, if they're like, oh, this is what I want, but I can't even draw there. Like that's what I'm like. Maybe I'm not gonna be your artist, but like in the future, when I start going like maybe like 3D stuff, no. Just like PNG tubers, or like maybe like blueprint ideas. It's like I just draw a reference sheet for them, or like if I draw like a background for them. But I mean, yeah, I'll probably be like everyone's artist, but I'll have like my limits. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I can totally be that, and when they ask, it's like, nah, I can't do that. But I'm like, if I find one person's request easy and stuff, and I kind of like drawing for them a lot, I would do that. But to be honest, I'd be like everyone's artist. I'm like, give me all the money, and also I want to work for your models because it's cool.
I like that. I think I've recently, there's always somebody's style that you very much like you just gel with the most. And I think like personally, I found my main artist, and I know a lot of people are like, no, like this is the only person who will make art for me because I like their style. And I definitely do enjoy like that aspect. But there's also times where I'm like, oh, this person is like, they're commissioning art pieces for like $20 and they're like, hey, I kind of need it. Or I'm like, oh, yeah, definitely. Like I can shoot 20. Like it's not going to like overall hurt me. And I can like, I love giving somebody the, I guess the opportunity to draw me in their style. I'm never against it. And I know a lot of people were like, I guess some people get weird about like getting fan art sometimes. They're like, no, it has to be this person. And I kind of hit the, I don't want to say I hit the walls. Like if you get it for free or somebody does it out of like just passion for you, you definitely shouldn't dictate how they draw or anything like that. I think it's, unless it's like severely deflammatory, you just enjoy the art for what it is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do free art. I just do like, hey, if I'm gonna draw for you, or if you ask me to draw you something, I'm gonna be like, hey, it's gonna cost money.
This ain't a free ride, bud.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I do like you're very much gonna be the, like, I don't have anything against people who do who get exclusive like art rights, but I do like that you're very much like, no, exclusivity is not a thing over here. Like everyone can get the art.
Yeah.
If you were to ever like redo Eros, or like even if you wanted to like change it up, rebrand or anything, what would you do? Would you still want to be a bunny? Would you change the name? Would you want to be more godlike other than a bunny? Like what would the redesign be? What would it look like?
I feel like I feel like the redesign would just be the hair.
The hair?
That's it. Like it's like the hair now that I have on this model. I've asked for opinions and they're like, hey, the brown long hair is like, it's a bit hard to dictate, so it's like, how about you make it shorter? So I feel like it's like, for me, I'll just change the hair, to be honest. Like I've rebranded my model from like an elf, and then from an elf with ferret ears, and then an elf, ferret ears, and bunny ears, and I'm like, wait, that is way too much. And then the skin tone was a little bit darker, and then I'm like, So it's like, I feel like I'm just gonna be fixing the hair, which I'm gonna be making it shorter, and it just is gonna be long behind. That's it.
Oh, I see. It seems like you've already done, from what you just told right now. It seems like you've already had the redesign conversation with yourself and the reestablishing already. Now it's just fine tuning it.
Yeah, you there?
Well, that's cool. I like I've often thought about redesigning. I was like, what do I want to do? I do love what I have now. It's not very different. It's just different, like lore wise, more than anything that I enjoy. But I don't know if I would ever redesign my hair. I like long hair, even though like real life wise, I rock short hair only because I'm a horrible barber and I always mess up my hair here and there. But I'm like, yeah, long hair for the win.
Long hair does look good though on people.
It gives that je ne sais quoi, you know, that nice that nice finishing touch where you're like, I don't know what is going on here, but I like it. I guess I can ask. We were kind of jumped on these questions of like, do you think face camming is ever in your future and whatnot? You basically said that's a big no from me, buddy. No.
Yeah.
But this question here, because you kind of are part of a group. You're part. I believe you're also a part of the V Idiots, correct?
Yep.
If you had to join another kind of crew, like what or like VTuber group or anything like that, where would you go? Like, do you know, like, would you go big? Would you go indie? Would you go for like a niche? Like, where would you go?
I would go indie. It's like if I ever joined, because what I say on my Twitch is very like 18 plus, like I make a lot of jokes like that.
Uh-huh.
So if I ever went towards a company, I feel like my mouth would not be closed and I would get canceled. I don't mean like canceled for something dumb. I would get canceled for something stupid, just like saying the word fuck. But it's like if I had to join a group that's like indie, I feel like the V idiots are like indie because also I'm an idiot, so I match.
Yeah.
But if I had to join with one, I feel like a group that I really, really want to join, and I've seen it, is Kenji. And I've met him before, and he's very funny.
Oh,
But
you
I feel
met
like
him?
I met him on VC before. He was very nice. It
Aw.
was like 2 years ago. He was very nice. Even Doctor is nice. But if I had to join an area of it, I feel like I would really, really want to join, like in a group, Kenji and Doctor. And I forgot the other person, but also it's like the guy that was in the group now. It's like Mista. That now goes by like Kuro, I think, or something. Yeah, I would join him as well because they're fun. But yeah, I would do that. I want to join a company, because again, the stuff that I say is very weird. So yeah.
I could see that.
If I had to join one group, to be honest, it would be Kenji. I would still be part of the V Idiots, but I'll kind of like hop in a few seconds and second. No, but Kenji's an actual nice person. I met him, and one time he was like, "Oh, do you have a Switch?" And I'm like, "No, I don't, but I just saw you alone here, so I wanted to show support towards the creator." And then Doctor came in, and I said hi to Doctor, and then there's this other one I said hi to. But yeah, it was one time where this person was like making fun of Kenji, but like as a joke. And it's like, and he's like, "What did he say?" And I'm like, "Oh, he said this to you." And he's like, "Oh, bad. And he kicked the guy out. It was like a joke. But no, if I had a chance, I would join Kenji because he's funny.
Dude, Kenji's the man, bro. He's like I think I've talked about this prior, but like I have like imposter syndrome sometime. And one thing is like I'm very improper. Like I grew up in the streets. Like I love like shit talking, fucking around, saying stupid shit, and like really like shooting the shit with people. And it's tough when like a lot of people, like I try to like talk to certain individuals and I come off a little like I could sound aggressive, some of the stuff's being said, and I'm like, no, I don't mean to be aggressive. It's not like, please don't take it that way. Like I'm just, that's how I talk. And some people are like, oh, that sounds like you talk very ghetto. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like I talk fucking normal. And they're like, no one uses fuck that much in their language, or no one says like let's get it, or like let's get into it, or like what we finna get into. Like no one really talks like that normally. And I'm like, no, other people I grew up with talk like this. Like it has to be normal. And to see like other VTubers from different areas kind of be like, oh hi, oh hello, like very like formal, it made me insecure. I was like, dude, do I not talk? Do I need to like learn like to watch my language? And like Kenji was one of the first VTubers that I saw that was like, nah, fuck that. Nah, you fucking stand on 10 toes down. Put your chest out. Say with the chest. And I was like, he gets it.
Exactly. And you know who I want to meet? I want to meet Shizzy as well.
Yo, Shizzy's a real one, bro. Fuck yeah. I fucking love it.
I want to meet them. But also, I'm going to say this. I'll be very careful around Shizzy. Because I know damn well where Shizzy has grown up in. And the stuff that I heard from him, I'm like, listen. You can do something funny and stuff like that, but sometimes he's like, he's scary, but he's also funny. So I'm like, I'll meet him. It's like he's funny, and I'm like, you know what? I would join that group, but I feel like I'll be like, oh, what's up? And then yeah, that's who I really like want to be in a group with, because I feel like they're all funny and I can say shit, and it's like I met him, and I feel like if he ever met me, I feel like I would joke around with him, and yeah.
I fuck with it. Like I said, like Kenji's like the one, him, Shizzy, and all of them. Like they're like the very like. I guess like the best way to put this is like my group of people that I hang out with still to this day are like people who like I just hang out with like a lot of people. Like we're big into rap. We love hip hop. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me right now. Because I have oranges, like they were like by my microwave, but I kind of left them in a compromised position, and the weight eventually just stretched it out, and I just heard it right now. Me and my dog both looked over it and were like, "What the fuck is happening? Ghost? Is this a ghost?"
No, but I've also it's like for me when I first came here and the reason why I talk like this and sometimes I'm not good, but it's because I've watched a lot of like black movies as well, and I've always seen the ones that it's like curses and stuff like that, but also just like VTubers that curse like Kenji, and it just I have a friend who's like black and Puerto Rican, so it's like the way that he talks is like he's also like where I'm from, but I'm from another borough, but yeah, the way that he talks and has grown up like that, yeah. But now because I'm also in a college, like a community college, I have more people that talk like that, and it's like a lot of like someone was like, "Oh, you use A like AVE," or like, "Oh, you like." Why do you talk like that? Like you're white. And I'm like, listen, I've had a friend of mine for like a year or 2 years, and that's how he talks, and I've grown up like that. So I don't use it for like all that. I just use it because I've watched YouTubers
Yeah.
that talk like that. I've watched any person, like I've heard people talk like that. And plus, to be honest, it's like, also like mafia movies I've watched. It's like, and like Italian Americans that talk like that as well. So I'm like, that's why I get it from. Sometimes I curse way too much.
Yeah,
But fuck that.
dude, for fucking what's your favorite mafia movie? I gotta know this. What's your favorite one?
I don't know. I just watch any single like that has like a mafia movie, but I don't remember it. I just watched one where I really liked it, and it has an actor that I really really like, but I forgot.
See, so I love gang movies. Gang movies have always been what my like family has always tried to like pushed on me and the males in my family, so like we know not to like get caught up in a life. And like I have like so there is I have three different like I classified three different gang movies for myself. There's white, black, and Mexican is how I like always kind of split them out. For black movies, it's always gonna be fucking Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood. Like that's something that me and my buddy always quote. Another one for Mexicans, it's Blood In Blood Out. Like that is like that's like every Mexican man's like favorite movie, and it's like I think it's a masterpiece, but it has its lot of flaws. And then for like white gang movies, it's Goodfellas. I fucking love Goodfellas.
I think the person that I've watched all that is like mafia and most likely like Italian American is from the actor that I love, where it's like Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah, Robert
Like
De Niro.
I love him so much. I think that's where I got it from. And I've watched a lot of like black movies too. It's like what was her name called? She was like she dressed up as like a grandma and Tyler Perry movies.
Oh yeah, the Medea movies.
Medea, yes. I think that's where I got it mostly from. And it's also the friend that's half black and half Puerto Rican. And like the way that he talks, and also from like Kenji as well.
Nah, I fuck with that.
Yeah, that's why I want to join. To be honest, it's like if I had to choose a group, like oh, like what would you choose? Like you said, it's like oh, like the V idiots, and what else would you join? Kenji. No questions asked.
You guys are a very similar group to like Kenji and them anyways. I think you're all very like talented and funny and very expressive is the word I'll use. You're all very expressive people.
I asked people, was like, hey, who do I sound like? Or who do I act like? And when Mr. Rise was like, on the place before he like graduated, people said it's like Mista and Alvin. And I'm like, yeah.
You definitely,
Yeah.
you
I
definitely got
was
the lingo down.
exactly. Because I'm funny and sometimes I'm dumb. And if you ask Val or Kieran or anyone from this range, they're gonna say yeah. Because I got told that I got a little bit of autism.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. I think I do. I'm gonna get checked either way.
I
But
mean,
if it's true, I'm gonna tell mom. It's like, ha! I told you.
I feel like so my wife, I feel like she has like a funny joke, and she's like, it's like a thing she does. She's like, oh yeah, the tism is strong with them, and I'm like, huh? She goes, oh, I can tell. My wife is on the spectrum as well. She's like, oh yeah, I can fucking smell it out of them. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And then when I met her father, just like a lot of the things that he was like, yeah, I like D&D. Oh, I like this. I really like that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, like your dad is very much. And she's like me? Yeah. This is, where do you think me and my sister get it from? And I'm just like, oh, I could see it. And then when she met my family, she goes, wow, you and your siblings all have ADHD. And I was like, sorry, what? What'd you say? And she was like, nothing, never mind, just a point being proven.
Okay, next question.
Ow! Sorry, my dog is out and he's being a little brat boy.
I get it. My dog growls at me. And then people are like, oh, if your dog growls at you, that means he hates you. No, he growls, and then basically he sits on my foot and just follows. He doesn't follow me upstairs, he doesn't. But sometimes he sits on my bed and goes to my side when I have to sleep.
My dog's a mama's boy. He just wants to either play rough with me or he wants to run and curl up with my wife. He wants to just like dig under the covers and just like be a baby.
My dog is like my dad's. Like he's like closer to my dad. I'm not even kidding. It's like he cuddles my dad and my mom too. But usually it's like he doesn't, because I've held him sometimes wrong, like when I was like 20 or 19.
Yeah.
And it's like I've gotten better, but it's like the way that he doesn't let me hold him. But oh my god, the way that he lets me hold him at times is he also has let me like cuddle with him, but sometimes he doesn't want me to hold him. He doesn't hate me. But then when I sit down, and even he growls when I'm trying to pet him, and then he's like, I do have to tell him, he's like, I'm not gonna take your snack, I promise. And he just starts calming down, and then basically it's like, he starts being like, and then he just follows me when I sit down, and I'm like, really? Really, you want to growl at me, and then you want to act like, damn. Okay, what is the next question? Because I kind of I don't know where we're at.
Oh, okay, I got you. You got like what, the 30 minutes or something, or?
No, I'm just looking. It's like what question we're at.
Oh, okay. We're on 11. We're on like, do you find like the? I always change it up because I always feel like either the question doesn't fit the situation, but I'll put it this way, like, do you find it easier not ever having to like show face on like streaming and stuff, like other than just not wanting to, like, does that help with anxiety, like not having to show face?
I mean, I don't get anxious if my family wasn't just me doing shit. I wouldn't be scared, but it's just like something that I just don't want to do. I don't feel like it's because it's like, oh, face cam, stuff like that. I feel like it's boring. I'm like, you know what? I want to be a drawing.
Some people want to be on the screen. Some people want to draw on the screen.
Exactly.
So we touched on this briefly, but what are some of the things in the VTuber community, obviously, that just rub you the wrong way? Like, I can only assume like there's the gossiping and stuff, but like, what like situation? If you want to get into details, you definitely can. I'm not like.
Oh boy, I love this. I do not care. I don't know if people are gonna see this, but I do not care. I feel like I feel like the wrong part about VTubing is the way that people make VTubers seem like gods.
Seem like
And the way
gods?
that people gods, like you're worshiping them. It's like,
Oh, okay. Oh.
and the other part that I hate is when actually, because I watched this VTuber, his name is Bugs. He actually made a whole announcement because he did not like this type of thing. He said that people have the mentality where they start a parasocial relationship
Uh-huh.
is when you're on the screen and you're talking, it's like it doesn't matter. It's like a VTuber, an idol, an artist, and stuff like that. It's like when you look at their page and you like watch your video every single time, and you think you have a relationship with them, and that's it. And then when they see it, it's like the toxic thing about VTubing is it's like people having a thing where it's like, oh, I'm watching this VTuber, he's mine or she's only mine and stuff like that. And it gets to the point where it's toxic as fuck. This is why I don't want to join indie. No, this is why I don't want to join like a
Mainstream.
marketing area. Cause I'm like, I don't want to go to the part where someone gets obsessed with me. And it's like the part is like when VTubers are toxic as fuck too. Like, I'm not even kidding, where it's like so many things that it's like, oh, I can do stuff and I'm not gonna get a consequence. But it's like, bro, just because you're a VTuber doesn't mean that you're not gonna get a consequence.
I personally just like the one thing I've kind of hit the fan was like I think I was going down the same road a lot of these like I guess the best way to put this, like a lot of like not the like the VTubers that are getting busted, a lot of the male ones who are getting busted along the lines for the same stuff, minus like the PDF files and stuff like that. But like people who are like very like manipulating and stuff like that, like I definitely was going down that like wrong road, and that's why I always gotta thank my wife, because like I met her through streaming. She technically was a fan, but yeah. So this is early. I was probably like only 2 months in as a streamer, but it really is like she really like when we finally got together, because it was like a year and a half of back and forth flirting and stuff like that. She kind of really checked me. She was like, "You have to understand, like you can't just say these things to people and just believe that it'll only like it doesn't go any further than that, or it doesn't ever like the feelings don't stop when you're done, or when you like just because you feel like you can ignore it. Those things will always be there. Like you can't just use people. You can't just like shrug it off and tell yourself like it's okay because it's just the internet, or it's okay because like eventually they'll move on or something like that. Like you can't be doing that, because there are people who don't. There are people who will take that and really believe that you have this relationship with them, or like that they have this part of you. And she basically put it up. She's like, you just need to understand, like there are people who are probably going to attack you now because of the stuff you've said or the stuff you've done prior, and you did that. You hurt people, and now they're going to come after you eventually, or they're going to hurt you unless you don't change your ways and apologize. And that's why, like, when I really did get with her, I really did was like very open about like, hey, I definitely had to change, bro. I had to change. I had to stop using people. I had to like essentially I don't want to use the word grow up, because that just says that all these people are not grown up, but they're
no, you're right.
but it's kind of true, but it's like I don't like minimalizing it that way, but it's kind of the truth. I had to grow up. I had to kind of like stop acting like I was this like teenager, like, oh, I have a new person every day, or like these people are fawning over me, like, oh, look at me, oh, look at all this attention I'm getting. It really did hit the fan. I was like, no, you need to respect these people because they are people. You can't be leading them on or selling them a dream that they might get a chance with you, or they might have a semblance of a chance with you. Like, if you're with me, you're with me. And I was like, I'm with you. And I definitely don't want to be this asshole anymore. I don't want to like lead people on. I don't want people to give people the wrong idea. and she really did check my ego severely. Like, she kicked it in the balls and was like, how does that feel? And I was like, not good. She was like, well, now you know.
You know what I don't like about, okay, so this is another thing where I've had some like friends, I'm not saying friends no more, but some of these people know, and it's like when they start getting popular or they start getting an artist that they really like, and then they just straight up just start acting like it's like a know-it-all. And it's like I've had one person where I've made mistakes in my life. I have. And I will say I have. And I've grown to be a better person.
Yeah.
But I've had this one person, and I was scared to like tell anybody about how like, oh, this person's ignoring me, because I'm like, oh, I don't want it to be like, it's like, oh, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And it went to the part where I started checking up on this person, and I was like, oh, hey, I hope you're okay. And then he started acting mean out of nowhere. And then I'm like, and then I checked on him again. And basically, one time, oh my God, I don't know why he did this, but I was in DC and it was like late at night, it was like 12 or like 1 in the morning. And one of my friends were like, oh, Eros, you should go to bed because it's like, you know, it's a bit late there. And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And then he's like, Eros, get off the call and go to bed. And I'm like, the way they said, I was like, I wish I could have gone downstairs and like, excuse me, like, don't talk to me like that. But now I do that. I was like, don't talk to me. But another thing I don't like is when a lot of people, like a lot of VTubers or people who want a model, they literally they look at the most famous artists and they're like, oh, I like this person. But when you see a small like creator, you're like, you don't go to them. And when they ask like, oh, can anybody like have a commission for me? Like, I really want to commission somebody. And when a small artist really tells me, like, oh, I can make you something because I don't have customers and plus my payment isn't that much. They come to me and it's like they like it, and then it's like they don't ever like go up to you. That's why for me I'm kind of scared of texting people when they want an art done or somebody to be their commission. It's like, hey, do you want a commission? And I've had sometimes people are like, oh, I really want your art, and then they just straight up are like, and then they straight up don't talk to you about it anymore, and then they just like they say, oh, I have this commission done, and I'm like, really? But yeah, that's my whole thing about the VTubing community. That's why I don't want to get way too popular, or I don't want to have friends that kind of like that you go from like a small VTuber to a big one, and then you just dip out.
I could see that. I think I don't want, as like for like a VTuber, like I think like I definitely don't ever want to like make somebody ever feel like they don't have like that same friendship with me. That's why like there are people that I guess I could say started with, or like started around the same time with, who are like, so like their numbers are like definitely bigger than mine, and a lot of people are like, wow, you collab with them, like that's crazy, like you're gonna definitely like blow up, or like so they'll say something like very like disingenuous, like, oh, like that means like now you'll definitely grow because you're hanging out with the like these big VTubers. I'm like, dude, I don't give two shits that they're big, dude. I could stay at the same number for like years and they can like definitely overlap me. I'm still gonna like talk to them and treat them like how we started. And I think that's like, I think I like it when people can still be the same people they were before fame, prior to like them having a whole different attitude, or like, oh, I can't collab with you anymore because, you know, you're not that big anymore. And it's like, dude, who the fuck do you think you are, bro? Like, I don't need to be the guy who has to break the mold for you. You're an internet famous person. If the internet were to die tomorrow, no one would know who you are. Relax. Like, it ain't that deep, bruh. You know?
True. Yeah.
And then I hate the sex pets. That's another one I hate. I hate the guys who don't want to like take accountability for being shitty, and they're like, I just, you know, and they blame it on the weirdest things. They'll blame, I was on alcohol, that's why I was being a weirdo or being very inappropriate with that person, or I have the tism, that's why I don't know social cues, and that's why I was like, dude, stop trying to fucking sell me snake oil, dude. Just say you're a shitty person, You didn't care about what other people's feelings were, and you just wanted to cheat on your girlfriend, or you wanted to cheat on your boyfriend. Like, just fucking say that, dude. Don't sell me snake oil. Just tell me straight up, and then I can believe an apology. Because it's the second they're like, I'm sorry if I hurt everybody, and they're like, sorry for what? I'm sorry that this made me do this, or I'm sorry that I had a misunderstanding. It's like, no, buddy, you know what you're doing. It's not a misunderstanding. Just say you're sorry for being a creep, or you're sorry for being overly sexual with the people you barely know. That definitely can get offended by it. Just say that. Take accountability. Accountability's easy. Or it's not easy, but accountability is how I can tell if an apology is real or if it's not. If you can't say, hey, this is my fault, without saying because of this, or just saying, hey, this is my fault, I'm an asshole, I'll admit that, I can go, okay, this person I can trust. I can believe a redemption arc with this person.
Yeah.
But let's continue on. I don't want to like keep you too long. Because it's late for you, right? It's like almost what, 9, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, it's only like, I live in not California. I live in Mexico, but like I live on the like California side, so like everything is like 3 hours prior. But
You're okay.
So again, we talked about the anonymity already, but is it more like dangerous being someone who's like not safe for work? Is that more dangerous? Do you feel like you're worried that someone is gonna like either like not, because you said you thirst trapped on TikTok, like are you worried that somebody's ever gonna be like, oh yeah, it's that guy that I watch, and they notice you in public and is gonna try to like hey, I'm a fan of you, and then next thing you know you're like, I need to get away from this person quick.
Okay, so for me, I'm very careful on TikTok. I don't do thirst traps anymore.
Okay.
I just post whatever. I just post funny stuff. But on Twitter, I just don't show my face. Even though I do not for work, I usually hide everything. Like I hide the wall pictures and everything, and I just do that. And I feel like if somebody heard me and they're like, oh, you just posted, I'd be like, no, sorry. What are they gonna see? It's like I have clothing on, so it's like,
you're not gonna notice that. But it must be.
Yeah, but no.
But you must take to take those extra measures is already like you're already doing the extra work, because it is scary. It's scary out there. People are fucking weird.
No, I've had weird people come up to me and it's like, oh, you're very pretty. It's just like we guys it's like, oh, you're very pretty and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, thank you, and then I walk away. But the reason why I don't put my Twitter anywhere is because I'm in my own ex fucking partner. Like I had to deal with people, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh damn, you have one of those exes, huh?
I probably doesn't do stupid stuff. If he does, it's like when I get out of like my house and I just live with like my friend of mine or like a significant other, I can just straight up do like a report, and like my parents are not gonna know anything. So
I get
that. I usually just hide myself.
My my wife, her ex like has this delusion that our relationship is fake and it's doomed and she's not happy. Because she smiles and he's like, you're overcompensating. I know you're not happy. Like, I can give you everything. Remember the good times we had? That was the real you. And like she goes, I don't think he ever noticed that I was never happy with him. I think he believes like my fucking contentment was like happiness. But I get that. But I am glad that you are safety measures and making sure like that stuff, because I understand. I get that. I can empathize with that, like that fear of somebody just already trying to like approach you. The last thing you need is somebody to like recognize you from like a video, or someone's recognizing you from like a post or something, and then you're like, uh-oh, like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. And they're like, of course I know it's you. I got the feed right here. And then they're fucking doing 1,000 fucking things to like make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But do you find it hard to like just like keep that content like separated, like the say so and like the not safe for work? Like, do you find like keeping a balance of it is easy or hard?
You know, on Twitter, I can just hype how I want, and nobody's gonna say anything because literally every single time on Twitter, there's literally not for work people every time.
Yeah.
But no, I can keep a change of it. If it's safe for work, I can just straight up be like, oh hi and stuff. But I'll say a lot of like 18 plus jokes.
Yeah.
But then I just apologize if I make somebody uncomfortable. But yeah, I can keep like a switch of it.
I get that. I think me on the end, I have this. I always say like I'm a neutral tuber, and people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, it means I'm not gonna try to be out there like that too much, but I'm also not a fucking prude. Like, I'm gonna make dick jokes, ball jokes, fart jokes. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, what's a fart or what's a boner? I'm like, no, motherfucker, that shit's fucking. This is everyday life. We don't need to fucking play games here. Like, I know, stupid Momo. Like, I'm gonna crack the jokes. I'm gonna say the joke. I'm gonna say that's what she said because it's a funny joke. Like, what are we doing here? We're like, I'm not gonna be out there being like, who wants to who wants to play with my ting ting? I'm not gonna be out there like that, but I'm also not gonna be like, what's a ting ting? It's a Joe Coy. I don't know if you've ever seen like Joe Coy. He has a like early stand-up joke about his son. When his son was a baby, his son would like yank on his little wiener when he was a baby, and would be like, daddy, look at my ting ting, and he'd be like, oh my god, Joey, what are you doing? Daddy, look. He's like, oh my god, my son's gonna rip this off of him. Oh my god! But like, that's why I used to say that. Like, I used to say that to my little brother because he was always like running around naked. But like, that's what I say. Like, ting ting is like my euphemism for penis now.
Oh, that is funny.
So let's. This is a fun question. So let's say Eros, you get transported into an anime. What anime is your OC going to? What anime are you going to be a part of? You don't need to necessarily fit the image. You could just be in it.
Oh, I know where, and I feel like people are gonna agree with me.
What is it?
Any Studio Ghibli anime.
Yo, that's what's up. Yes.
Okay, so the way that I do art, it looks like a painting or something, and I feel like Studio Ghibli kind of like thing would match my style more. But I mean, I would choose Outcast, because of the man.
That's That's like everyone's. I think that's because. So my favorite I was a basic bitch. So Spirited Away was always like my favorite growing up because that's the first one I saw. So of course, like, that's my go-to. Like, I watch that here and there to like make myself cry because I'm like, God, why is it so beautiful? But maturing is realizing that I was like, Princess Mononoke is like my favorite. That is my all-time favorite movie. Like, I will watch that, and Ashitaki is fucking great. I love what's her name again? San. It's just up and down. I can fangirl about that movie so much. And it wasn't until like I met my wife. She's like, you need to watch Howl's Moving Castle more. And I was like, all right, let's watch it. And I was like, oh, whoa, this one is really good. And she's like, see, you can't just like watch like these ones. You gotta watch all of them. And I was like, you definitely do.
Ooh, I would also want to be in The Cat Returns.
The Cat Returns. The Baron, the little cat boy, cat man.
Listen, he's hot. Like, who would not want to be a cat? I'm sorry. I would want to be a cat.
Have you ever watched the Princess Bride?
I think so.
With the joke, and he's like, he wears like the mask, and he's like, inconceivable. He's like, I don't think you know what that word means.
No, but I feel like the Princess's Bride, oh, the movie, I feel like I've seen it. Oh, another anime that I would definitely go into.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot it, but it's those 90s animes, and it was called like The Rose like of Versailles and stuff like that.
The Roses of
It's
Versailles.
like Versailles. Wait, let me see. Let me see it.
The Roses of
We
Versailles.
have. Wait, let me see.
Interesting.
Rose. Wait a minute, where is it? Because I have it on the top of my. Yeah, The Rose. It's called The Rose of Versailles, and the thing is that it's based on like like in I think it was in France or something with like Queen Elizabeth and stuff. Like Lady Oscar though. I'm gonna say that I want to join those types of animes. What kind of anime is it though? It's like a 1972 to 1973 type of animes.
Oh, so it has like that art style, like that very like not ashy, but like very like kind of comic, very close to comic.
Yeah, comic. Yeah, I love it way too much.
Dude, that's fucking.
I've seen some of the books, some of the animes that was produced, but it's just like different types, and it's like I really like those. I feel like that's what my art goes, but it's like most likely those old animes that are like ashy, but also it's like love animes that have love or like sign of affection. It's like the girl that's deaf and the guy that has like white hair and stuff like that. I want to join those types of anime.
I can see
Like
that.
love, romantic that actually doesn't have toxic relationships.
See, I like those ones. I like Inuyasha, Yu
I
Yu
would not join
Hakusho.
Inuyasha.
Huh?
I'm sorry, but I would never join Inuyasha
You.
because okay, imagine
Mhm.
you go into a well and you have to fight on demons. I would be way too scared.
Bro, I'm fucking fighting demons left and right. And some of the
Oh,
demons, I don't know if I'm fighting them, but I might make some. Might have to make some half
listen,
demons.
the Rose of Versailles that has like Queen Elizabeth and has like in France with like all those ball gowns or something like that. I want to join that. I want to be pretty. I want to join that. But also, I remember those types of animes. The actual real thing that happened was that they painted their faces white with toxics. I don't like those time periods. I would join an anime that has clothing like that, like old clothing. I want to dress up, and I also want to have like, because for me it's like house moving castles. I want a man like that. Come on. But I need to be. Sorry, but to be honest, Inuyasha would be a nice one. But I feel like I feel like for me, I would like go to like Ghibli, Studio Ghibli, because it's like you're not fighting, but you're also going to like areas that are new, and I like that because I'm like it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a over rambunctious person, so I definitely think Inuyasha would be where I go to. Plus, if I get to see Shishomaru, bro, it's over. I'm a devout student. I'm an acolyte for this man.
Ooh, wait. Like okay, if I ever join Inuyasha, but who I want though, who I want to see? I want to see Kirada and Sango.
Yes, let's go, Sago for the win.
No, Sango is awesome, but also it's like okay, even Rama have this like the old style, it's like the new anime that's coming out. It's like okay, if I had to join it, I would like learn, but also it's like that movie is like very old because they're like oh they're minors, but no, that movie came out in the 19 something, so they're older.
Yeah.
I like reference. So to be honest, but no, if I had to own a pet, it would be Kirara. Kirara,
Yeah.
I would want. Oh, she's so cute.
I love. So my favorite thing, and I was talking with another VTuber about this. There was an Inuyasha game called Inuyasha and the Secret of the Cursed Mask, and it played very similar to like a Persona game where you get your own character and you're kind of put into like the story of. Hey, relax. No more playing, okay? But you basically get put in the story of Inuyasha. Your play is like your own character. You can be both male or female, and basically, as the male character, as the male character, you can romance the other characters technically. So you can romance Songo, and like it was fucking awesome, dude. I remember I was like, "What is this game?" I played it recently, like I played it like a year or two ago. I didn't know that was an option. You know, little boy me was like, I want to hang out with Inuyasha all the time, bro. He's super cool. I had no idea that you could have the ability to possibly romance a character, and I got to romance.
That game to me.
Oh, dude!
I know who I'm gonna romance. I know who I'm gonna romance.
It was
the character that he's like a pack of a wolf and tribe and stuff. I want to romance him.
Fucking Kiba, or was it Kiba? Koga.
I'm sorry, Koga.
Koga was. I didn't like Koga, which is funny because I love wolves. Koga always irritated me. I loved Inuyasha. Like I feel like Inuyasha and Shishomaru were more like wolves than Koga was personally. But
Listen, I don't care if Koga's not a wolf. I'm sorry, but if a man comes up to you and he like tells you, "I want you to be my person," and actually like treats you as their thing, both sides. I feel like with him, like you're gonna get treated like a couple, but it's like I feel like with Inuyasha, like you get to build that bond and stuff. And I'm like, ooh. But what if I have both?
I know that the game came out for like PS2, so I mean,
No,
it's. I mean, if you get an emulator, you can play it. That's how I played it. Was with an emulator.
My dreams are not coming true.
But it was, oh my god, I fucking loved it, dude. It's an emotional game because they really like add you into the story. And so like I remember thinking, I was like, I'm part of the crew, man. I'm part of the crew.
Yeah.
So same question, but what video game would you put Eros in?
Halo.
Halo?
Okay, never mind. I'm talking about myself. Halo is one of my favorite, but I mean, Left 4 Dead. I would be in there.
I can see Left 4 Dead.
No,
I can see Halo 2 actually.
For my character, I would get way too scared. But what kind of? I don't play a lot of video games, though. That's the thing. So it's hard. Ooh, I know. I played it on like the Nintendo and like DS. But it's like you go around and you talk to every Disney princess and you dress up and you do that. But I'll go there. I'd also play another Nintendo DS game, which was like for Tinkerbell, because hello, I would look perfect for that. And then Stardew Valley, because again, my mom was a farmer. So, and then the doctor. No. But yeah, I feel like I would do that. But I was like saying, what about myself? They're like Halo, any given Halo, Call of Duty. I watched my cousin play Call of Duty and Super Mario Galaxy. I'm sorry, I like Super Mario Galaxy. Even if people are like, that's boring. I'm sorry, I would want to go to space and I want to meet some princesses because it's fun. Yeah, those are my favorites.
I could see that. I definitely Halo's an interesting one. I mean, would you want to be a Spartan, or would you just be like one of the ODST like people, or like what would you
do? A Spartan. I'm sorry. I want to turn into a ball. It was like a very old Halo game where it's like the Spartan was a female and stuff like that.
I think that's Halo Reach, where you can be male or female.
Wait, let me see which Halo game I'm talking about, because I played it. My cousin let me play it every time.
Because I think it is Halo Reach, because I think Halo 1 to 3 and even the Halo just 1 to 5 you play as Master Chief John. God, I don't remember his call sign number.
I think it was movie Halo 3. You just go like to a spaceship or something. You turn into a ball every second. You go into like this like space area where it's very small. I forgot what it's called, but I remember playing it so much. And my cousin had to be like, "Hey, that's my game. You can get out." I'm like, okay. Wait, female character. What was it? Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. I think I know it. Where is it? Because I know it was from. Maybe it's not Halo. Maybe it was another game.
Are you thinking?
Let me try to figure it out.
Are you thinking of Metroid?
No. Wait a minute. Metroid. Yes. Now I remember. I'm sorry, but I don't know why I say Halo. It's because I remember something of it. But Metroid, yes, I will put myself in Metroid. It looks very cool. I don't mean like Zero, but I mean like Varia, actually, that I've always seen because of the arm that I always remember. Oh my god.
The arm cannon.
Metroid, yes. Metroid.
The greatest.
Metroid is one of my favorite games.
I think it's funny because my older cousin, so I played it a lot. It was called, there's one called Metroid Fusion. It's fucking rad. I should play it sometime. But every time I died, the armor strips off of you, and I was like, wow, like for a guy, he's really pretty. And my older cousin goes, that's not a guy. And I was like, what? Like, no, Samus Aran, that's a girl. She's a bounty hunter. And I was like, what? I'm playing as a girl? And I'm kicking all this ass? And she goes, yeah. I was like, whoa, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, I think the game that was it was maybe Metro Prime.
Yeah.
Metro Prime. Metroid Prime, yeah. I used to, because it's like my cousin has a shelf full of like old video games.
Yeah.
And he even had the Game Boy. He had everything. So it's like that's why I know about like old video games because of my cousin. Like, Metroid. I don't know where the hell I got Halo from.
They look similar. They look kind of similar.
Yeah. So and then it's like every game from like what is it called? Every game from like what is it called? Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then the Wii games. The boxing one, and then one thing is that I would also put my character in the Sonic Olympic game.
Sonic versus Mario.
Yes, I'm sorry. It looks dope, even in Sonic games as well, like the old games. Yeah.
Going faster than the speed of sound.
Bro, I love it. I used to love doing. I used to be Blaze a lot in the game.
Yeah.
I love Blaze. It's my favorite.
I think I'm an edgy guy, and my colors are black and red, so I always go for Shadow.
No, but yeah, that's what video games I will put my character in.
I can see that.
I'll definitely do Metroid because Metroid looks fun.
We're almost done. We're at the end game here, so I don't want to keep you too long because I think you might have stuff going on. I'm not positive.
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, I still don't want to keep you too long.
Let me see. Okay, you're at question 17.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you because I did talk to Kieran, and Kieran said that each and every one of you guys have like interesting lore, but at the same time too, everyone's lore is intertwining.
Kieran like mine?
Huh?
Wait, Kieran knows about mine?
I mean, I wasn't positive. I think he was speaking like overall, like you guys all have like fun lore, and that for some of you guys it intertwines. What is your lore, and does your lore technically does it intertwine yet, or is that something that eventually you'll work on? Like, does it connect to the other group members, to the other people in the group?
Well, I don't know the other group's lore. I forget. I look at mine. I forgot about Valve. I'm sorry.
Just I forgot about all of them.
Maybe because so I have my own lore, and usually it kind of intertwines some lores because one person, Yaga, her male form.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? I'll be a nurse for it. And like, a hot man and stuff, or like a maid. And then for Val, I had a lore that it's like because he's a demon.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like he took me, and it's like what I have is that the thigh, I think it's the right thigh, has his mark as well. And I'm just gonna say this, the down part, not safe for work area. It has also his mark as well there, and it's like he's like, it's there, and I'm like, yeah. So it's like it intertwines if I want to do that. But I have my own word, and I change it every single time. But I kind of like making my model a bit like kind of like looking innocent in the daytime, and then at nighttime it's not innocent.
I get
So
that.
it is a long story. Because I'm like, why not make it surprising? So basically, my character Eros and stuff like that. But what happened is, Eros works in a farm daytime. He also bakes and stuff, and he also cooks because he has like he's like the baby of the family. His
Ah.
dad is his dad is a mobster, and he also owns like a whole like farm. And usually it's like he is Albanian, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do an Albanian and an Italian mix. I do not care.
Yeah.
So the dad is like a mafia and stuff like that, and owns a farm, and it's like the dad has heterochromia, so both eyes are different colors, and my character has that. And I'm gonna say this: that man has three baby mamas. That's it, three baby mothers, and basically like a white
Oh.
because hello, he's hot. So why not? Um, and basically, the mom of Eros, she's not dead. I was like, oh, she's dead. She died. No, she's not. I'm like, I'm keeping her alive.
Okay.
She's a dancer at a club, and her mom, no, Eros's father, most likely like the grandmother from the side of the dad, she owns like a strip club. She owns a
Ooh.
club. And basically, like, what happens is that that club is like any older male or like any enemy and stuff like that, like they'll be killed. They have like workers there. So basically, Eros' grandma recruited this dancer, and she's hot. She's like Italian, and she has vitiligo, and she has like long, like dark brown hair, and it's like, she's not a bunny and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But basically the grandma's like the owner of the place. Like she built it. So, it's like mafia and stuff like that. And basically because she retired because it's like, she's older, but she taught Eros how to dance and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say this, um Eros works as like a stripper, like a dancer and stuff like that at nighttime. And what happens is it's like, Eros is very like pretty, and it's like he matches his mom a lot. So basically what happens is he mixes a type of lipstick,
Uh-huh.
and when you mix it with alcohol it turns into poison. It doesn't affect him, but it affects the people that he kisses. They're dead.
Mm. You know,
Or they pass out.
it's every like a man fatal kind of vibes. It's you know what kind of gives me the same vibes as, have you ever watched Has-Been Hotel?
Yes, but I don't like Has-Been Hotel. My shit's more serious.
I could see that. It's given the spider character, the spider dude. What was it? I try to
Oh
remember.
yeah, Angel Dust.
There, yeah.
Angel Dust.
Because I think
But
lore wise he's also in mafia family.
yeah, he is, and it's like I'm like, damn. But basically, the mom side of the family, they're more crazy. Basically, because of the three like girlfriends of the past that Eros' father had. Basically, it's like two kids, another two kids, most likely like six kids were from it because they had like two kids from one, another two kids from the other, and two other kids. But however, Eros like has um from his mom and his dad, he has like an older he has like a brother,
Uh-huh.
and but because genetics, from the mom's side, the grandma and the grandpa
Yeah.
were both like in a mental hospital. That means the side of like in the mom's side, the grandma was a like Eros' grandma used to work as a nurse,
Yeah.
and she used to kind of like sleep around, and it's like what it's called is like mixed species, meaning that it's like a human and it's like a part human, part wolf, or it's just like creatures and stuff like that. It's like that's what it was for. It was like illegal to like be like in a relationship with one, and Eros' mom has those genetics, but however, it's like it passes down. So she's kind of like she's like human, but it got
Ah.
passed down to Eros. That's why Eros has the ears and the elf ears. They're both elves. So it's like what happened was the brother has like psychotic energy. So basically, the brother used to like test his siblings if they were stronger, because when you're half animal, half like human or elf, you have that. It's like whichever one's the stronger can live. So it's like his brother used to drown his siblings, and it's like he used to abuse like arrows more, because to kind of see like who's stronger. But it's like he's psychotic, so yeah. And it's like Eros' like grandma from like the mom side. She killed her like cousins because it's like it wasn't allowed, but she wanted that power. So that's why.
Mm.
Yeah, they're all psychotic. Eros is a bit psychotic
I could.
because he also kills for fun. But yeah.
I was gonna say it's kind of similar to like Echidna from Greek mythology. I believe that was her name.
Mhm. I just like it because I'm like, you know what? It's like, why not have my character be hot but also crazy at the same time?
Like because the way you described like the grandmother and stuff, it gave me like the Echidna from Greek mythology. She's basically the mother of the monsters. Like she gave birth to Cerberus, Hydra, the Nemean lion. Like they all came from her. Like kind of like how you described the grandma character, where like they're just kind of absorbing DNA left and right and kind of mishmashing it together.
Actually, the original story was it still had the same thing with the grandma, the grandpa, and stuff like that. But it was the part where it's like the father of like Eros kind of was like, because they're all elves, and they saw that having a child that's like kind of like a hybrid
Yeah.
makes you more popular. So I was gonna say that the dad was like a scientist that he kind of used, he kind of grabbed a lot of like tubes of like chemicals, and he just put it like when Eros was like little, like at 3 years old, he could do that. Where he started abusing that power to turn Eros like stronger. That's why he has the ears.
Yeah.
I wanted to make like that's why he has like marks on his like side that look kind of like that kind of look like lightning because of the way it is. But I was like, whatever. But however, because of the marks and also the KZ genes, he does have like a womb tattoo and a back tattoo, as like you saw. But also the vitiligo is just genetic. Because I have it. I'm like, why not?
I see. Such a fun extensive lore. I dig it though.
But I started making it shorter.
I like
So I'm like, it's a bit confusing.
I like the creativity of it though. It definitely has like fun elements that kind of like, I don't want to say like simplify it, but it has fun elements that make it a little bit more unique than other people's lores and stuff.
Ooh, and the most nicest part is, Eros doesn't have like private parts of like, oh, only male and female. It can change.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter. It changes. But oh, I forgot when you asked for the anime and video game. The anime that I really like that my character can be in is Corpse Party, even the video game as well.
Oh shit!
So, I read Corpse Party when I was in high school, and I've been addicted to it.
Corpse Party was like, I would say like that was like the early PewDiePie days. Was like watching him play Corpse Party and going like, dude, this shit is fucking wild.
The butter part. Ooh, and another anime, because I feel like it's called Alice in Wonderland, but it's an anime. And also the Alice in Wonderland video game that's gory as well.
Oh, like the Alice Madness one?
I feel like my character would match into it. I feel like I like creepy animes, creepy video games, but also part of like video games that are very, very dark and mysterious.
like the kind of like horror dramatic kind of style. Um,
Because my thing ended. Oh, and you reminded me of PewDiePie. What was it called? It started with an A that he played when like he first started.
oh, Amnesia.
Amnesia too. I would put that character in there.
Amnesia was the best. Amnesia was like that was like the early days of like horror games when I always found those games, I wouldn't say like not as fun. I think they had such unique mechanics because every other video game was like, oh, try to get away and fight the monsters. This one was like, you can't fight them. You can't even be next to it. You have to legitly run away or else it will kill you. And I was like, oh my god.
And like the Slender Man too. I feel like that's why. Okay, the reason why I started liking more like stuff is um, because of the love for horror video games, anime, horror,
Yeah.
and most likely even horror games as well, like in the old days, was because I started, like, I'm even going to like criminology classes, and I was so like in high school, I was in one where it's like it was for forensics, and that's why I like criminal shit a lot because I'm like,
I see that.
but yeah. Sorry, I got distracted, but let's get on with the question.
You're good. No, see, I like that because I always say ADHD brain is very much like talk about all your passions at once, and I understand I understand that because I can fucking monologue for like 2 hours, so it's fun to see people kind of just get lost um in their own passions. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. You can tell a lot about a person by how they talk about what they love or how they show what they love. And it is always a treat to see how people express themselves. This one is an interesting question. It can kind of, I don't know how you will take this, but like, what do you provide for your audience that you believe other VTubers don't? Like, let's say somebody's watching you, like, why should they watch you and not another person? That sounds kind of negative, but like, I'm like, why should they buy you essentially? Like, why, like, if you're a product, why should they buy your brand of products and not the other person's?
Because I'm sweet. I would make people feel attractive, like attractive. Because for me, what I provide is, I don't know if other people provide, but when I started streaming again, I kind of provide like podcasts, and I really want to do podcasts for people. But it's like doing Criminal Monday. It's like murder Mondays, meaning that I go from cases or like even video games that have like murder type of stuff, and it's like I do that, and it's like I did this one stream with like a case of John Bennett Ramsey, which is a very, even Netflix had put it, but guess what? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if I ever was something to give to people, it's like what I put is like, you know, attractiveness, sexiness, ADHD, and kind of it's just like I just talk about stupid shit a lot, and I kind of like I'm very sweet. I kind of tell people it's like, oh, what did you guys do and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, that's cool and stuff. I just talk, and yeah, but a lot of people don't watch my shit, so that's why I kind of like I don't stream a lot.
I think that's a good. I think you sell a good product though. I think there's I mean, for like each and everything, like for the kind of like the true crime kind of stuff, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who love that. I mean, it's just such an interesting topic. I mean, they make whole Netflix documentaries on that kind of subject matter. So like, you know, it's like a lot of people will eat that up. And then, I mean, me personally, I love like scary ghost stories and cryptid kind of style, like similar to those things where like people recount their experiences with like, oh, I saw like this Bigfoot in like this one area, and I'm like, oh, word, like I want to hear the story. There's a chance it's fake, but I do like I like the what goes into it. I like the story of it, and like, okay, so this person was walking down a road, they explain their whole experience, and then this and this. Like I love that kind of like creepy stuff. And then the selling the attractiveness. I think that's a fair point. I think a lot of people I think a lot of people have a negative self-image about themselves. Then there's a lot of people who don't have that, and then they kind of should, because their egos get unchecked. But I think that it's a very kind thing to do, to make somebody feel like not unattractive, because I think that's like the worst feeling in the world. Like I always talk about, this is a joke me and my buddy used to say, but like I used to tell like people in high school, like I used to think I was unfucking lovable. Like I used to like look in the mirror and like I used to say to myself, dude, you are unfuckable. You are never gonna meet someone. And huh?
You met somebody. So.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's like in high school you think that's like the trajectory of your life. That's the worst. Like that's like a horrible notion. But like that was really like my notion in high school. It's like, dude, I am fucking unlovable. I am unfuckable. There's nothing attractive about me. And like I think back then, and I'm like, dude, I was a handsome dude. I was like, I had stuff going on for me, and then I technically did have girlfriends here and there, but it's one of those things where like you like a negative self-image can really like take you down like a whole lot.
Ooh, I also draw it because whenever I'm drawing somebody, I'm drawing their model and I see their actually real self or their body. I try to go to draw their actual self in their model, to be honest, because I feel like it's like, yo, like that looks good as shit, but also I'm like, I don't want to draw, if they feel uncomfortable by it, I don't want to draw people that feel uncomfortable with their body to like have them look. But yeah, I also do that because I'm like, you know, fuck the skinny ass models. I want to draw your actual body, because my model does have like my body thing where it's like the thing that's called a fupa and stuff like that. It's like I have it, and it's like I even have the curves and stuff like that for it, and yeah.
Hey, I mean, like I said, I think what you can tell, like what you can like give people, is a pretty good experience. Like I mean, the fact you can make them feel included. You have a certain niche that a certain group of people definitely are into, and then even just making them feel like they're not like a burden too. Like that in itself, like when people feel included, like that level of community can really take off.
Yeah. And just ADHD fucking shit.
Oh man. No, I mean it was along the line, so we're still good. If there was a misconception about you, what do you believe it is? Like what do you think people get wrong about you just off the rip looking at you?
Oh, that I look innocent. But I've had some misconceptions about that. It's like, oh, I will agree with this. I'm way too hypersexual and shit. And it's like people think it's like, oh, you're gonna make everything uncomfortable. I even had a drama that happened about me that was like, oh yeah, meet this person, like uncomfortable, and it wasn't even true. So I'm like, listen, what the? But it's just the innocent part. People are like, oh, you look innocent. And then when they meet me more, they're like, you fucking act like you're a crackhead. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've never had misconceptions, so like where it's like it was bad. But I'm like, I've done some shit that it's like that can lead towards that misconception that I make people uncomfortable with, like by jokes and stuff like that. I've made a lot of sexual jokes that I'm not proud of, but I've grown from that.
Yeah, I could see that. I guess what the drama was somebody trying to accuse.
Crackhead energy.
Huh?
The crackhead energy.
Oh, the crackhead energy. Kind of. I think like I get commonly misconcepted a lot. Like a lot of people think I get the other side of it. A lot of people think, oh, you must be like very like mean and kind of aggressive, because my model has like a very sharp, a very like aggressive look to it, and I'm like, no, that's not me, dude. I'm pretty like in the middle. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be pissed off and I'll like say shit here and there, But I'm for the most part, I'm pretty fucking cool and nice.
Okay, you know what's bad about me is that it's true. Is that listen, I saw your model. I saw your model. I'm like, damn, that's not scary. That's hot.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Yeah.
scary. I was like, I get it a
No, it
lot.
wasn't. Listen. From my time, from Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, I'm a monster fucker. I don't care.
You're CMF. So's my wife.
Exactly.
My wife said that. She was like, oh yeah, like what's that Hellboy that we watched? The one with the fairies in it. I was like, the David Arbor one? She goes, yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, he's so ugly though in that one. She's like, I don't know, just he just and I was cracking up.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she heard me. I love you.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm not judgmentally, I'm laughing at your pick. I can't laugh.
Why are you even saying my pick?
Because it makes me laugh.
I do not consent to sharing what's going
No,
on here.
You consented a long time ago with that shared information. You shared it publicly. Is the boy giving you trouble or no?
A little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna come get him in a sec. But yeah, I think that's the common misconception about me is like a lot of people think I'm mean. It's just because the model, and they're like, oh, like we thought you were gonna be kind of like a dick. I was like, I mean, kinda am, but like in a good way. Like I'll tell you exactly what you need to hear is the best way to describe how much of a dick I am. I'm a blunt asshole.
Damn.
Yes. But continue on. Like, what's something as a streamer you wish you can change? Like, whether it's a big thing you can change or a small thing. Like, what is your like your goal? Like overall, like it doesn't need to be just like into streaming wise. Like, let's say you get famous as a streamer, and you have some abilities, a little bit of power. Like, what is something that you would want to try to change? It could be about anything.
Ooh. I really want to change how like the streaming community is. So a lot of like, how do I say it? I've seen that a lot of kids are starting to act like very like entitled, and I just want to change that, to be honest, because I'm like, okay, we're streamers, we're grown ass adults, and kids are watching us. Like I want to change that. Like I also was like want to have like a safe space for people that I've seen every single time. And it's like I want to have them where it's like, you know, I kind of like am there for people. I don't know. It's like something of mine is like I kind of like help. Most likely it's like if I ever have enough money, like I'll go and commission an artist. It's not really like that huge, and I'll like be like, hey guys, follow this person and have their art, because I feel like a lot of like very small artists as well, or like small VTubers, and it's like people who think that they're not like like nobody's commissioning me. I'm like, hey, I didn't get commissioned for a while, but you can do it. And it's like I feel like a lot of VTubers don't really mention small artists, and I feel like I'm like, you should. Yeah, just like help around. I don't know anything.
That's still very admirable though. I like that because I think a lot of people when they commission an artist or something, like a lot of people they have like an idea that they want their model to look, or they want their OC to look, or they want their picture in general to look. And I kind of like the way I've always seen it was like I'm paying someone to see something that I want to see in their style, because that's how I want to intake their content. What's good, Briar? I think that's like the best way to like tell people when you commission artists. Like, remember, you're asking for a person to put the thing you want in their style. Like when people try to say, oh, can you like make it look more like this, and it's very much out of the comfort or out of the style of the artist, I get a little bit miffed, because I was like, if you don't want to see their style and what you're commissioning them for, then don't commission them, because it's like counterintuitive. It's like saying, hey, I want to see this streamer, but I want to only watch him play horror games. If he plays anything else, I'm just gonna like not want to watch him because he's not doing what I want him to do. It's like, no, like you're coming in for the bones and the meat and potatoes. You're not staying just for the face level stuff.
Yeah. I get it.
But yeah, that's we've made it to the end of the game here. We went through the questions. I hope you had a wonderful time.
But I will say this. Yeah, I don't know if people are gonna watch, but if any of you guys want art
Here, let's.
and you guys are asking for payments, and you can add me on my Discord and shit, but I will say this, it's not a lot, and you guys can spend money if you guys want to put on like for small artists, or I'll even lead you to like other artists as well.
Here, what
I
I'm
don't
going to do, and let me know if this is okay. I'm going to link the Twitter, so that way if people want to go find you, they can commission you, or I don't know if you have like a VGen or if you have like another
Oh, I
thing.
don't know. I tried VGen, but it doesn't give me a code.
Wow. But I
No.
mean, if you use anything else like Fiverr stuff, let me know so I can add it in there. So that way, if people want to get a
I mean, I can just send you. I'll just send you like the card that I have.
perfect. That way, everyone can anyone who does want to commission, they can go straight to you. They don't have to like go through Twitter and go through like all these other stuff.
I do a lot. I can like it's like if I could, it's like I want to do also it's like covers of stuff.
Like music covers, or like what do you mean covers?
And it's like no covers meaning like art covers as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that you want to promote or anything that you want to like?
Yeah, that's what I want to promote, most likely the art thing and stuff.
Is that it? You got anything like planned? You got anything like you have in the works?
Not really. I just have to finish a commission that I have.
Okay. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast. I always thank everyone who comes on here because I know it's tedious and it can be a little like I want to say scary, but it can be a little nerve-wracking when you're like, okay, what are you gonna talk about? What are we gonna yap about today? So thank you again, because it's kind of ironically it is kind of tough to look for guests and reach out to people and not feel like you're bothering them.
Yeah. No, you're okay.
But again,
yeah, it was fun. It was fun streaming. I mean, joining, not streaming.
it's the same thing. You're definitely here. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
But again, thank you so much. You've been a wonderful guest. What was I gonna say? I did want to give like a little time so we can say something really nice about our mutual friend Kieran, who is healing right now. Kieran,
I love you, Kieran.
I really do hope you heal well. Please take it easy. Don't over exert yourself. Don't push yourself, buddy. Just take the time to heal, sleep, and don't overwork yourself, bud. We all love you.
Also, Kieran, in the future, when I get more money, I want to commission you. I don't care. Okay. I love you, Kieran. Let's take a break.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you again, Eros, for jumping on this. We're gonna end the stream. Did you have anybody that you would want us to like raid or like to check out right now, so that way we can just move the party over there?
Okay. Wait, let me check. Let me check some probably VTubers that I follow or something. You're gonna take me. Ooh! Wait. Ooh, okay, this one. This person right here. Calum? See here, let me just send you
You can send me their thing in the Discord, and then I'll basically raid them, and then we can go show them some love.
Yeah, he's my favorite artist, but I want to see if I have any friends first that I want to know.
I wanna know. Can you show me? I wanna
Yeah,
know about
no, I
the
don't have any.
strangers like me.
But yeah, it is killing because he's like a good artist.
Okay. I'm going to copy the link. We're gonna go in
Alright.
the channel and we're gonna go raid them. Awesome.
Yeah.
Here, I'll put the link down. I don't know if I can raid them because they look like they might have raids off.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so what I will do is I will link the channel there so we can at least have that there. We can all just migrate over there. Thank you again, Eros, so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you for jumping in on this, and hopefully we can maybe collab again, do something. I don't know. We can rave about like a list or something. I hope.
But yeah, it was fun though.
I hope you have a wonderful night, my bro. I hope you get nice amount of rest. I hope you take care of yourself. Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye. Bye everybody.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to hang
Bye.
up. Okay, goodbye. Okay. Oh my god. Is my thing crashing? Okay, my thing almost crashed.